I wanted to talk to you guys about some random funny stuff that I've encountered in my years playing online games. Obviously, this is not everything that I've ever encountered, but it was some things I remembered as being funny. I don't remember everything that's happened, but this is some stuff. My first social gaming account was technically Roblox.com. I'm only covering gaming today, but I did socialize on a lot of other websites like YouTube in the past. I'll save that for another time. My first days on Roblox were wonderful. I was just really excited to actually talk to other kids online because I never really did. I was a pretty sheltered kid, which I admit was for my own good. But I wasn't really prepared for how many kids lacked proper online social etiquette. I just assumed everyone would be nice online. I didn't expect it. I ran onto Roblox expecting everyone to be super happy to meet me, just as I was to meet them, because I was like super excited to meet everyone because I really didn't have many friends. I ran up to everyone saying things like, "Want to be friends?" or "Are you having a good day?" and "It's nice to meet you," to everyone I met. But all the other kids just replied with mean comments calling me a noob, stupid, ugly, and other stuff that would upset a child. I was so heartbroken. I had no idea people would not want to just be my friend because I've never really encountered online people, and I guess online manners are never really taught to this generation because like the previous generation was not much of an online sort of people that would like socialize online, so it's not really taught to them, and then we just kind of have to deal with kids who don't know how to be nice online, I guess. Though I admit it did help me grow a backbone, and that helps a ton with YouTube because there's always going to be a ton of mean comments, and you kind of just have to ignore them and pay attention to the people who are really there for you and are super kind. And you guys have always been super kind. I rarely get really mean comments, so I'm really grateful for that. Later on in life, I finally discover MMOs, a seriously vast world of free-to-play gaming. MMORPGs, or, well, massively multiplayer online role-playing games, that's seriously a mouthful, were amazing for me, and still are my favorite type of game. My first one was called Wizard 101. This was one created for kids, so it was perfect for me. It was a great jumping in point. I was still young and wanted something other than Roblox to play, so this was perfect for me to like introduce me to other types of games. So I jumped in, created my wizard girl, and started off on my little adventure. I absolutely adored this game, probably because it was one of my only games, but it was amazing. It was my very first, so I didn't have anything to compare it to, so it was absolutely incredible for me. I would play it for hours, but had to switch on and off with my brother sometimes since he would share the computer. We had this ginormous dinosaur computer, like the old computers that would lag out no matter what you were playing. We had one of those, and that's what I was trying to play it on. But we also had this small laptop that would lag a little, but much less than the big one. So we had to swap off and on because no one really liked the dinosaur computer and just wanted to use the laptop. As a kid, I absolutely loved role-playing in games. And since this game allowed me to buy a house and furniture and set up a big house for my roleplay family, it made it that much better because I just loved role-playing and just playing around like house. It was like playing Barbies, but in a video game. I roleplayed as the mother of the family, and my little brother roleplayed as my son. Over time, the roleplay family grew and got a ton of kids, like way too many because I could never just tell someone no. I was like, no, it's great. Let's have so many kids here because that's so much fun. I had to put down a ton of beds in the house for each one, so it got so crowded, it was hilarious. But sadly, one day, one of my roleplay children decided that I needed a husband. So I agreed to let him pick one out for the roleplay, you know, just to roleplay as the dad. Once he finally told me who he chose, I just added him and let him join the family before even speaking to him, which was probably a bad idea because who knew if the guy was actually going to roleplay or just kind of be creepy. Once he finally showed up, I said hi, asked him how he was, what he was up to, and all sorts of different things, but he never replied. I didn't understand why. There was this awkward pause for like ever. Finally, after about 15 minutes, he said, "Sup, baby." I'm not kidding, it was just, "Sup, baby." That was it. It's just, "Sup, baby," after like 15 minutes of him standing there. Finally, he spoke. Sure, calling me baby was a bit weird, but whatever. I kept chatting to him, but he stopped replying again. He would just stop replying every once in a while, well, every single time I spoke to him. Another long, awkward pause later. After another 15 minutes, he says, "What you up to, babe?" 15 minutes just to say that. I suddenly hated myself for agreeing to have him as the roleplay dad. You could probably guess why. He must have been a tiny child who took forever to type, or I don't know what else the reason could possibly be that took him that long to say, hey babe. Nothing against children, I love kids, but one calling me baby every 15 minutes from across the map was too much. He would just follow my family everywhere, but never speak. Just every once in a while, he'd say, hey babe, and nothing else. I was so done with it. I didn't want to be mean, but I honestly couldn't take it any longer. I unfriended him in the middle of nowhere and then teleported back to my house. This literally meant in this game, you could not find someone unless you were face to face with them. So technically I just abandoned him and could never find him ever again. I do feel pretty evil for doing it, but I didn't know how much more I could have possibly taken of that. Having a creepy dude calling you babe from across the house every 15 minutes is literally the worst thing I could possibly have. Oh, you couldn't communicate with him. He would take 30 minutes just to even acknowledge your existence. Once I got older, I started trying so many different MMOs. MapleStory, Fiesta, Aura Kingdom, Mabinogi, and so many more. I honestly can't remember them anymore because there's so many. I probably could remember a lot of more names if I sat down and thought about it, but you know, this is the ones that come off my head. So this next story, I have no idea what MMO it's actually from because I played so many different MMOs and I'm not sure which one it is. If you guys have any idea which one it is, please comment below and let me know. One beautiful happy day, I found a new MMO to play, which is a huge deal for me because I was obsessed with MMOs, and whenever I found one, it was amazing. I forget which one it was, but I was thrilled to try it. After an incredibly long download because our internet was awful, I got in and created my girl character. At this point, I always played as girl characters in games, mostly because I thought everyone played as their own gender, so I used a girl. Nearly 30 minutes after joining, I started getting flooded with notifications saying random people were confessing their love to me. I'm not even kidding. You see, most MMOs do have a way to confess love and get married. I never really cared for it or paid any attention to it because I never really used it. But I noticed it in this MMO. I got flooded with those requests constantly and had no idea why. I quickly got fed up with the requests and just decided to delete my character and rejoin as a man. I got seriously suspicious. I was wondering, what if they were just sending these requests because my character was female? I was completely right. I couldn't even believe it. Why? I rejoined as a man and didn't get a single request. I'm not even kidding. I rejoined as a male character and no one's confessed their love to me. No one. If that's the case, why would people online be going after female avatars? Don't they realize a lot of guys use female avatars and not just girls? My brothers always play as female characters. So going after someone based on their avatar probably isn't the best way to get a girlfriend, I'm just saying. Through my many years of playing MMOs, I just started playing as guy characters after that because, you know, no one paid attention to you. It was great. It got rid of any people looking for a girlfriend. I met so many friends on there and I had a ton of fun playing a lot of MMORPGs growing up. I remember MapleStory the fondest though. I played that for such a long time. It was absolutely amazing. It was just so incredible. I didn't really make a lot of friends on there, but I had a ton of fun just sitting there grinding my level up. It was so much fun for me. I don't know why, it felt like a job, but yeah. Now that I think about it, I've had a lot of awkward run-ins with people flirting and wanting to get a girlfriend in online games. Why is that so common? I mean, they couldn't even see what I looked like. It's not like just online dating. It's like they didn't even know what I looked like or who I was, or I could have been anyone. But they still tried to flirt. I don't get it. I just couldn't imagine looking for a boyfriend and girlfriend like that. I mean, just randomly showing up to some person you can't see, being like, hey, your avatar's adorable. Can you send me your number? Like, what does my avatar have to do with who I am as a person? It's not even what I look like in real life. At least try to become friends first. Don't just go up to someone and be like, whoa, you're female, marry me! And then ask a bunch of creepy questions like where they live and stuff like that, because that's not cool. No one wants to tell you where they live as soon as they meet you in some online game that they can't even see who you are. Well, that's all for this time. Be sure to comment and let me know any funny online gaming experiences you have in the past, because I'm honestly really curious to know if you guys have had any of these awkward moments. Thank you so much for watching.